You're looking to buy a property. What questions are you asking to the agents that you're meeting with? You're definitely going to want to watch this one. This is part 2 of the agent interview process. You saw part 1 last week about what questions to ask when selling a home. Well, now you're going into the purchase process, and the purchase process is different than the listing and marketing process. So if you're thinking about buying a home, you should be asking the same questions. Again, to reiterate, there was 6.1 million homes that sold in 2022. That number is going to be right around 4.3 million, 1.8 million less in 2023, meaning there's a 29% decline. And the average agent, if you just did a normal math equation, not factoring in experience level and anything else, that's an average of 5.7 transactions per agent licensed in the US right now. I don't know about you. I don't want an agent that's only doing 5 to 6 transactions a year. I want to work with an organization, a team, a machine in some ways that is helping lots of folks on a daily basis transact in real estate. So knowing that's the case, when you're buying a home, it's also important to ask questions. And one of the questions I forgot to mention last week, what's your communication plan? That should be first and foremost in the buying process and in the selling process. When can I expect to hear from you? What are the best ways to communicate? How are you going to keep me updated about what's going on? And communication is really important, and especially on the purchase side, because you have to react quickly to market offerings. It's a little different than when you're listing and marketing a home. And if you don't have a good communication plan with your agent, you're probably not going to be communicating much with your agent. So I would make sure you hit on that first and foremost. Following that up, when you're going through the purchase process, here's the questions I'd be asking, and there's going to be some similar ones. Can I see some reviews from clients? How many homes have you sold in the past 12 months? You should be asking that for anybody. Now, on the purchase side, I'd be going a little deeper because we know it's a competitive market right now when it comes to buying a home. So a follow-up question would be, what strategies are you going to implement that will increase the odds of my offer getting accepted? What kind of preparation work do you do when you're submitting an agreement of sale? How are you going to keep me informed about homes coming to the market? Those questions right there, knowing what's coming to the market, what the offer separation strategy is, or the offer improvement strategy, or the winning offer strategy, whatever you want to call it, and you ask those things and you find out what their preparation strategy is for prepping an offer, because some agents, you'd be shocked. You get paperwork that's scanned the wrong way. The documents are incomplete. They don't have everything filled out properly. A listing agent will judge that, and that may hurt your ability to get your offer accepted. So on top of the communication plan, what are you going to do to make my offer stand out? What strategies are available? How are you going to prep? And what are you going to do to keep me informed about the market? Those are 3 great questions to start off with. Then I would follow up with, hey, so explain to me what's happening in the market right now. Tell me how this process works and what are your tried and true methods to get people into homes. Because the market is more challenging for buyers right now. So you've got to look for case studies when you're interviewing an agent. You've got to look for success stories, tangible processes that yield a predictable result. That's what you want as a buyer agent. So I give you a lot to digest here. Here's what you don't want to do. Work with the first person that you contact that shows you a home and you like them. You want to make sure that person, to me, the first time they meet you, that should be an interview for them. They should be giving you a take-home piece. They should be talking about the purchase process, educating you about the market. Some people are going to walk in and say, wow, look at this architecture. This is a beautiful home. And what they're really trying to do is sell you on a property instead of educating you about the process. And any agent that asks you, hey, would you be open to a strategy session? How about a planning meeting? Why don't we sit down and talk about your goals in more detail? That's going to be a sign that that agent knows what they're doing. So I gave you a ton of questions to ask as a potential buyer, the signs to look for someone that knows what they're doing, whether it's a team, an individual, whomever. You want to go with people that have a process that works. Showing you what's going on in the market, explaining the current market conditions, the lending process, your goals, how the process works, and being able to answer those questions, that's going to help you as a consumer identify someone that's going to know how to get you into a house.